Hi, welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to show you a beautiful little beach house in the state of Santa Catarina in the south of Brazil. So this is a wooden house. It has 2 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, and it's only 120 meters or 400 feet from some nice beaches. And the size of the property is 100 square meters or 1,100 square feet, but this includes the barbecue area, which I'll show you later. And the total size of a plot of land is 300 square meters, which is 3,200 square feet. And the price of the property is 690,000 reais, which is $123,000. And this property is located in the small coastal town of Balneário Gaivota in the state of Santa Catarina in the south of Brazil. And this area has some nice sandy beaches. They're quite big. The water is quite clear and warm, but I would say that there are nicer beaches if you travel further north in Santa Catarina. And that's because the beaches here in Balneário Gaivota, they're quite big, so they can be a bit windy. Also, the water is not as warm, and also you don't have the nice mountains and vegetation and trees behind the beaches, which you have further north in Santa Catarina. So in Florianopolis, Bombinhas, Balneário Gaivota, there the beaches are a bit nicer. And the estate agent selling this property is Paulo Cesar, and I'll leave a link to him in the description below. So let's have a look at the property. So this is a new build, so it's completely new, it's 2 stories, and it's a wooden house. Although there are certain parts that are made of brick, so the kitchen and the bathroom and also the barbecue area are made of brick, and the rest is wood. And here you can see the neighborhood, and then just at the end of this road is where the beach is, so it's very close. So you can see there's lots of other houses here, and then also lots of empty plots of land that are for sale as well. And you can also see here the front fence hasn't been finished yet, so they've put in the posts, but then the buyer would have to install a fence and a gate. Okay, so let's go inside the property. So you come straight into the living room, and on the left here you've got a staircase and then the TV area. You can see nice high ceilings in the property. And the walls of the house are double walls, so cavity walls. And you can see the property has wooden floors, which isn't very common here in Brazil. So most houses have tiles, but here they've decided to put in wooden floors. And in my opinion, I just think they look so much better than tiles. But that's because I'm Swedish. And then you've got a dining area and then the kitchen. And you can see the front garden. And this is the TV area. They've already installed air conditioning splits, which would come with this property. And here's the bathroom, and they've done it slightly differently. So their plan is to have a sink out here, and then inside the bathroom you'd have a shower, toilet, and another sink in here. But obviously the buyer could change that. And then this is the laundry room or utility room. It's a good size, lots of space. And all this furniture comes with the property. And then here's the dining room and kitchen with some nice patio doors. And this property is completely new, so the owners of the house have only recently moved in, so you can see they haven't installed a proper kitchen yet. And then up the stairs is where you've got the bedrooms. Nice big window in the stairs as you go up. So it's the first bedroom. It's a good size. Can definitely fit a double bed in here and some wardrobes. And then it's got a balcony out there with nice balcony doors. And behind here you've got the wardrobes, and they would stay with the property. And then you've got this really nice balcony here. And you can actually see the ocean from here. So over there you can see it. And here's the back garden with the barbecue area, which I'll show you later. And they've got a little vegetable patch there in the back as well. So this is very nice to have this little balcony outside the bedroom. And the other bedroom also has a balcony. And you've got a bathroom up here, which is a nice size. And you can see here that in this house, all the showers are electric. So they don't have a gas boiler to heat water. So they have an electric shower to get hot water there. But then water for the sinks and stuff would just be cold water. But it can be easily changed. But that's very common in Brazilian houses. And then this is the second bedroom. Again, a good size. The wardrobes here to the left, which would stay. And then also a nice balcony outside. And you can see I've got mosquito nets here on the balcony doors, which is very good because lots of mosquitoes in this area. Okay, so now let's have a look at the back garden. So it's got a very nice back garden. It isn't the biggest, but it has this barbecue area. So with a lot of houses I've shown you up to now, the barbecue, the charcoal barbecue, has been inside the house, but here they've constructed this separate building which has this barbecue here where the shelves are. So you just remove those shelves and you've got the charcoal barbecue behind it. And then they've kind of got this mini kitchen in here and also another bathroom. And then here you've got a storage area as well. So this is a very nice space for entertaining. And then outside here they've got a vegetable patch. And obviously if you wanted to, you could put a swimming pool in here as well. And you can see the whole back garden is surrounded by a wall. So it's just the front fence that will need to be installed by the buyer. And here's the side of the house. Now this is one thing the property doesn't have. So it doesn't have a garage. So you can see the owner is just parking their car here on the side. And so if the buyer would want a garage, they'd have to build one here on the side. Okay, and that's the property. I mean, I really like this house. I think it's because it reminds me of houses in Sweden. But I mean, I really like the inside and also the outside and the nice garden, and also the fact that it's really close to some nice beaches. However, there are some negatives. So first of all, there's no garage, so the buyer would have to spend more money building that, and also installing a front fence, which the seller hasn't done. And also, it's not the biggest house, only 100 square meters, 1,100 square feet. But the price at $123,000 is maybe a bit high for this type of house. I mean, there are lots of empty plots of land for sale, and had a quick look, and you can buy them for around 100,000 reais, which is a bit less than $20,000. So, I mean, you could build a similar house to this and probably spend less than $123,000. But then you've got other things. I mentioned in the previous video about houses here in Brazil. It's not insulated. It has cavity walls, but the seller hasn't put in insulation. Also, there's no central heating. There are some air conditioning units, but that's it. So maybe you need to invest even more money making some changes there. And also that the house is close to the beach. So, with rising sea levels and everything, you just need to consider that, risk of flooding. And then finally, it's not situated in the nicest beach. So you've got nicer beaches further north in Santa Catarina, so Florianopolis, Bombinhas, Balneário Gaivota. So you just need to consider that as well. So I just wanted to do this video to show you that there are some different houses out there for sale as well in Brazil. So it's a wooden house with a completely different style. So I hope you like this video. Please leave a like, subscribe. If you've got any questions or anything, leave in the commentary below. So thanks for watching. Until next time.